Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. I didn't really explain much in my last video, so let's go for it. First of all, this is going to be why do I need to lose weight? Because I don't want to get to the point, my body is still pretty okay, but I do not want to get to the point that my weight is putting stress on my heart and everything else. It is not a good thing. So basically the reason that I would like to lose some weight is just to balance it down a little bit. That is the prime reason. There's also, how can I put it? Why can't I just do a normal diet? Well, let's explain that a little bit better. In 2019, beginning of 2019, the end of 2018, I had bowel cancer and they had to remove 40% of my upper gastric system. This meant that my body absorbs things at a lower rate. That's the first thing. Things that I eat, the goodness from them is reduced by at least 40%. So, for example, a normal adult average food intake, 2,200 calories. For me to get that same kind of thing, I have to have 3,000 calories. Potassium, vitamins are harder for my body to absorb because the parts of my colon that would normally absorb that got cut out. I still do get absorption, but it's not optimal. So that's the first one. The other problem is that it's created a very specific type of GERD, which is also life-threatening. What do I mean by that? Well, because my gastric system that connects to your stomach and your gastric system below that takes more time to digest, because certain parts of the system aren't there anymore and certain food types. Stuff stays in my stomach for longer. Unfortunately, this means that your body's stomach says, hey, there's food in the stomach, we need to release some more acid. Hey, there's some food in the stomach, we need to release some more acid. And depending on the type of food, this can be quite dangerous because that acid goes up my throat. It's to the point where it's weakened the muscle between your stomach and your throat, your esophagus. So it's already weakened, which means it's easier for the acid in my stomach to pass through. Now, everybody gets a bit of heartburn and stuff like that, but this is different. You see, that acid going up in your throat isn't meant to deal with it. It's got a lining that can cope with it for a short amount of times and that. And but continuous, it can burn through that lining and then burn through the throat. Or it can give you throat cancer. Yay. But the worst, the most terrifying thing is, I have to wait about 6 hours before I go to bed after I eat. No matter what I eat, I have to have 6 hours. Why? Because otherwise I could lie down and the acid could go straight up my throat while I sleep and into my lungs and kill me. This is a very real threat to my life. And the paradox of this system is this. All of those foods that you think are healthy, and they are healthy for you, are not healthy for me because a lot of the stuff like chickpeas take too long for my body to break down. Whole grain stuff, fruit, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, all these kind of things. If I want to have vegetables, I've got to nuke them beforehand. I've got to put them in a pressure cooker and make sure they are completely pretty much breaking down, almost like baby food. Because if I don't, then my body says, "Ooh, this isn't breaking down fast enough. Let's add some more acid." Same thing happens for high calorific content that you would use to help bolster your calorie input. Like most sweets, cake, chocolate, all the really nice stuff like that, all the pastries and all that kind of thing, they have a high level of fat in them. And that high level of fat means it goes into your stomach and your body goes, "Hey, we need to give some more acid to break this down." Now you may think, why don't you go on GERD medication? Because the GERD medication, what they do, would kill me. We found this out very, very quickly. You see, the way it works is it tells your cells that produce the acid in your stomach to produce less. Now you may think, that's wonderful, not as much acid, so it can't go up your throat. Yeah, but your stomach plays a massive role in starting the digest of your food. If I reduced the amount of acid in my stomach using those medications, then I will get even less goodness out of my food, less minerals, less vitamins, and I will probably, even if I eat something like 4,000, 5,000 calories worth of food, and even if I have extra vitamins and that, it won't go through my system and be absorbed fast enough. FC UK'd, basically. This is the problem. This is the danger. This is what I've got to make sure that even though I need to lose a little bit of weight, and I've started doing more Beat Saber, and I've started doing more, I've got a little machine downstairs that I exercise my legs on, and I use my lightsaber in the backyard. I practice with that. I can't do too much because that would imbalance how much calories is going in too much. So I am always on this thingy, as well as all my autism and everything else. I have these issues that I have to be very careful about. So yes, this is why losing some weight would be a good thing. Getting rid of some weight would be a good thing, but I've got to do it in a very careful way. So this is Jason for the Quiver channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.